Hello and welcome. I'm Margaret Ann, and it's time to have a little awareness of Chakra Awakening, my first book. This is near and dear to my heart. Back in 2011, this book was published by Llewellyn Worldwide, and it's still selling well, thanks to all of you. And I am happy to share with you a bit about this. This is going to be one of the fastest chakra awakening workshops I've ever done. Typically, my chakra awakening workshops are 2 or 3 days long, and that's in 2 levels, so that's like 6 days. So here's the Speedy Gonzalez version of Chakra Awakening. So the chakra system are energy centers that are located at 7 specific centers in our body: our physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, and the spiritual body. And as you get familiar with your own personal awareness, personal power through your awareness, these chakras can really help you get in touch with what's going on for you and how to bring yourself back into balance, using colors and crystals and aromatherapy and the power of positive thought, much like the subtitle of my book, Transform Your Reality Using Crystals, Color, Aromatherapy, and the Power of Positive Thought. So the red energy is at the root chakra, which is the base of the spine. The navel energy, is also known as the sacral chakra, is the color orange. The solar plexus is just above the belly button and below the breasts, and that is yellow. The heart center is green and pink, and that's the bridge between the upper 3 chakras, which are the spiritually aligned chakras, and the lower 3 chakras, which is the physical part of our beingness, the part of us that is here on planet Earth, living in the physical. And the upper 3 chakras, the throat chakra is a pastel blue or a turquoise blue at the neck, and it surrounds, these are bands of energy, not just little dots on the center of our body, but literally bands of energy around our physical body, creating the auric field, the aura. The third eye is an indigo color, and that's back in the middle of the brain. And the crown chakra is a violet, or actually I envision it as a white light with golden flecks and iridescence, much like you see with some crystals with the aqua aura. All right, so I'm going to do a little overview of each of the chapters. So in the first chapter, I go over the methods for clearing, of healing, and balancing the chakra system. And so that you can align your chakras, and aligning your chakras you can do much like we did in the meditation for those of you that joined in on the meditation, through visualization and guided imagery. So that helps with that, but you can also use gemstones to actually put the crystals on your physical body to align the chakras. And that is actually very healing and surprisingly comforting to put the crystals physically on your body, on each of the chakras. The other aspect of cleansing, healing, and balancing your chakras is just to practice self-observation, to observe yourself, to notice how you are acting or reacting or not reacting, not doing. To observe yourself, but doing this in a way that is um, in a gentle way. It's not through judgment. It's like more like you observe, oh, look, it's raining outside. It's not like you're judging that it's raining outside. At least I don't judge when it's raining. I may like when it's raining, but I don't judge that it's raining out there. So when we look at ourselves and how we may act or have it maybe a knee-jerk reaction to something, that is something that is very helpful to go through and to learn about ourselves. And through self-observation, we can make changes if we want to improve ourselves. And I write quite a bit on that in Chakra Awakening. Now, there's a whole area on clearing negative energy, and negative energy can be cleared a number of different ways through using herbs like sage and cedar and copal and frankincense and myrrh and such. and burning those herbs to clear the vibrational energy that may be lingering. You ever hear that it was so intense that I could cut that energy with a knife? It was so like heavy, I could cut it with a knife. I've heard that expression so many times. And sometimes you feel like something's not right here in my house or in my office space. So that's a good time to put together um, a time when you can focus on praying into your space by asking for help with clearing out negative energy and bringing through positive energy and replace it with positive energy, is what I want to say. Now, I can keep talking on this for a long time, but we'll never get through this workshop because it's only a half hour. So the other option is to use smokeless alternatives to smudging. And so that's why I created smudge and spray. We also have sage and cedar spray, and I actually have 65 different blends. So you can use the liquid alternatives to smudging, and that is very effective as well. You can use sound like bells and bowls and even drums. If you don't have sage and you want to like use sound clearing and you don't have a drum even, let's say, then get out a pot out of your cabinet and a spoon, maybe a wooden spoon. You could walk around the house banging the pot with a spoon with the intention that as you bang the pot, you're clearing out the energy and bringing in wellness and well being. You can create crystal grids by either using a literal grid, which we sell the actual wood grids, or you could just create a grid by putting crystals around your environment. Now, I explain about that in Chakra Awakening and also in my book, The Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones on how to set up grids. Now, you can use aromatherapy for healing and emotional well being. And so that would be various essential oils, like I have eucalyptus pictured here. So that is really good for being able to breathe well. And you can also use that for clearing. And then essences, Bach flower essences are really beneficial for the mental and emotional imbalances that we have. And I will speak on the Bach flower essences more when I do my workshop on the book, The Essential Guide to Aromatherapy and Vibrational Healing. And then in this chapter, chapter 1 also has about the different crystals and gemstones for healing and balance. Now, it's throughout the whole entire book. All of these subjects are spoken about for each one of the chakras. So there's quite a bit in each chapter in regard to bringing balance to the chakras, because in fact, that's what the book is about. So the second chakra, we talk on in this chapter about the red energy and the root chakra. So this is just a literally cut and paste from one little section of that chapter. And so a quick overview on the root chakra is that the primary color is red. But red, black, brown, and silvery gray or metallics also are part of this chakra. Now, if you have too much red energy, let's say, in your energy field, you might feel frustrated, agitated, and angry. Then blues and greens, the complementary colors, those are the colors that are opposite on the artist wheel, on the color wheel. Blue and green help to bring you back into balance. So we don't always have to use the color of the chakra in our life in order to bring balance. Sometimes we need the opposite color to bring balance. So the stones that you could use at the red energy or the root chakra, black tourmaline, any of the black stones, agate, garnet, which is a red stone, hematite, which is like a I was going to call it an iron stone. It's actually like a gray metallic, but it can have red energy to it because it actually bleeds red, if you will, when it's being utilized in lapidary. Jasper, specifically red jasper, black obsidian, and ruby, and so many more. There's so many more stones that fall into this category. That would be good at the root chakra. Now, for balance, if we have too much red energy, chrysocolla, lapis lazuli, sodalite, turquoise, blue stones, and even light blue stones are good too if you feel a desire for a lighter color instead of the deeper jewel tones. Now, the location is at the coccyx at the base of the spine, but I also like to envision that it's from the hip bones all the way down to below the soles of your feet. Each of our chakras are aligned with a musical note, and that's why people like to work with the crystal singing bowls, because each one of them are tuned to a note, and that note for the red energy at the root chakra is the note C. And basically, we're the musical scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Each one of those notes align with each one of our chakras. Some of the essential oils, and there are much more, or many more, I should say, that are good for the root chakra are patchouli, spikenard, and vetiver. And those energies are good for grounding and staying focused. So the key words that you can associate, this is for the speedy, quick learning of the chakras. So abundance is associated with the root chakra. It's your connection with the earth. It's being able to stay grounded and focused. And those stones that I mentioned above are really good for helping you stay grounded and focused. And that's what you could use if you get scattered very easily. You want to focus on your root chakra, on the soles of your feet connecting with the earth. Kundalini is associated with the coiled energy at the root chakra, the passion for life, passion for living, passion for what you do, physical energy, having the vitality you need to live life to the fullest, and being self-motivated, being able to take action on your own. And survival needs, the basic survival needs of food, shelter, and water. That's like a really easy way to describe the root chakra. So each one of the chakras is associated with the physical parts of the body. I'm never going to get through this in 30 minutes. Um, and you can see here, there's a list of them all. I'm going to have to speed this up a little bit. In chapter 3, the orange energy and the navel chakra, the main color is orange, but I would incorporate peach and also some complementary vibrations, again with blue and the green, the opposite colors on the artist scale, the color scale. The stones, bloodstone, orange calcite, carnelian, those are the orange ones. Bloodstone is an orange. Well, bloodstone is blue, is a green with red dots in it. And chrysocolla is a blue-green stone, and tiger's eye works at the root chakra, the navel chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. The other stones that you could use for balance are chrysocolla, lapis lazuli, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, sodalite, and turquoise. Now, for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with gemstones, I have plenty of YouTube videos that you can watch that I describe so much about all of these gemstones and how to use them and how to work with them and how to identify them, if you can see them and look at them. This particular chakra is a little bit below your belly button. The musical note is D. Some essential oils like clary sage or my euphoria blend. Those are really nice for bringing balance at the navel chakra. Also sweet marjoram. I like that for the navel chakra too because that's good because the navel chakra is also where we can also hold a lot of emotional energy, and sweet marjoram calms us down. Keywords: creativity, emotions, and fertility. And the female body parts, the kidneys, mammary glands, skin. Each chakra is associated with different parts of the physical body. The yellow energy at the solar plexus is primarily associated with the color yellow. Opposite color of yellow is purple. This is the place where we hold our personal power, where we hold our self-esteem. This is also where we digest not just food, but life. If you think about with the solar plexus, you have your pancreas and your spleen, your gallbladder and your liver. A lot of digestive organs are located in that area. So we're not only digesting food in this area, but digesting what's going on in our life and how to integrate it. Some key words are intelligence, mental clarity, personal power, and self-esteem. So if you want to focus more on self-esteem and increase your self-confidence, working with gemstones that are yellow would be beneficial, and incorporating yellow colored things in your life, whether it's sunflowers, or different clothing that you wear that's the color yellow, or accessories that are yellow to bring more yellow into your life. The green energy at the heart chakra, so the primary vibe at the heart chakra is green. That's in the traditional. And you're maybe noticing these symbols, these mandalas on the screen on the right-hand side in the upper. Those are the actual Sanskrit and chakra symbolism for each one of the chakras. So the main colors are green and pink. And this is the place where the lower three chakras and the upper three chakras meet at the center. I like to look at it as the fulcrum point between heaven and earth. The upper three chakras being our spiritual nature, the lower three chakras being our physical nature. The heart center is the place where we hold love, the vibration of love, kindness, compassion, tolerance, acceptance, acceptance of self, acceptance of others. And the note is F sharp and or F, and I've even used G sharp here at the heart center. I like to use pink and green stones, so any pink or green stone, not just the ones that are listed here. And you can wear pink on days or green on days that you need more love for yourself and others. At the throat chakra, the color is pastel blue. Now, pastel at the throat chakra, you could also even use turquoise. I like to use turquoise and sky blue. Some people like to use dark blue, and I do have dark blue listed in my book, but personally, I work with sky blue or pastel blue at the throat chakra. I like the stone amazonite or angelite. All of that I have listed here, actually. These are my favorite stones at the throat chakra. Amazonite or Amazonite is a stone that's about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This is the place where you hold and speak your truth, where you get to learn your truth, you know yourself, and find your own personal truth. This is also the place of divine timing. And when I say it's the place of divine timing at the throat, which is the neck area, pastel blue band of energy, this is where I perceive that we can connect with the angels, our personal angels, our legions of angels that we have available to us at all times. And I like to ask them to help orchestrate my life. And I recommend that you try this, where you just in your mind to mind and heart to heart, talk to your angels about wanting to be at the right place at the right time with the right people and to help motivate you to be where you need to be and do what you need to do to know your truth, to learn your truth, and to live your truth. And you would be so happily surprised about aligning with divine timing. It makes life so much easier. Some people call it synchronicity. It just is just a wonderful easy way of living life. You don't have to struggle all the time. So let your angels guide you, or let your higher intuition, if you don't work with angels and you want to call it your higher self or your guides, that's fine too, to guide you to be where you need to be, and then follow through. Just trust yourself. This is the place of the six clairs starts at the throat chakra. The throat chakra and the third eye and the crown are very closely associated. It's all at the head. So it's this very small part of your body that we're talking about for these three chakras. And the six clairs are clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairolfaction, and clairgustation. Clairvoyance is to see. Clairaudience is to hear. Clairsentience is to feel. Claircognizance is to know. Clairolfaction is to smell. And clairgustation is to taste. On a metaphysical level, metaphysical, beyond the physical, above and beyond ordinary. We have all of these six senses on a very mundane level, on a very ordinary level, to see, to hear, to know, to feel, to smell, to taste. But we also have it, very much so, on a whole nother level, which is the supernatural level or the metaphysical level. And that starts at the throat chakra. It's like the foundation, but it also is part of the third eye center and the crown. So just to make note that the musical note here is G, and some gemstones, like I already mentioned, but I want to also mention essential oils like eucalyptus, tea tree, lemongrass, even my Antium's Anti, one of my first blends. So at the the indigo blue energy at the third eye chakra, which is back in the middle of your brain, behind the center of your forehead, this also is the seat of your intuition. This is where you know things. You just know. That's like what claircognizance is. People say, how do you know that? "Oh, I just do. I don't know how I know. I just know." That's claircognizant. You're cognizant of something. And all six of those clairs are all part of the blue energy at the third eye center. The primary color is dark blue, indigo, but also purple, and like a royal purple. Some of the gemstones, like amethyst, is perfect for the third eye center, but I love apophyllite at the third eye. Very powerful to get an apophyllite tip and place that on your third eye like a little unicorn spot. It's very powerful. Clear quartz also is excellent. Selenite is good at any chakra as far as I'm concerned. And frankincense and grapefruit are two favorites of mine at the for the third eye center. These others I have listed are as well, but frankincense and grapefruit are up there on that favorite list for the third eye center. Some key words here. Notice. I'm going to take a sip of water here. This is the place where you channel through the third eye center. People who are very charismatic have a very developed third eye. Also, notice I have in here egomaniac. So this is where we could get a little bit out of balance. I did put an out of balance condition at the third eye center. So when we are very telepathic, when we are very intuitive, there is a tendency sometimes to get out of balance with that and kind of want to show that off. So that we have to be mindful of that is not how to use. I do not recommend using our intuitive abilities in a way that is a place of showing off or giving people readings or giving them insights without even asking or trying to encourage them to get them to ask you. So you want to be mindful of that. So, yeah, the third eye center is the place where you go to focus for peace and calm, for inner knowing, and for your connection and align with the divine at the third eye center. Musical note is A. And then the gold and white light with the violet energy at the crown chakra. So this is a beautiful golden globe of light with violet iridescent shining around, swirling around at the crown, and it's a beautiful halo. And it's all the way the crown of your head, but all around your whole head. There are many gemstones you can use here. Um, Celestial quartz crystals, moonstone is a very good one, selenite, very, very beneficial at the crown chakra. The musical note is B. And again, here's frankincense at the crown, and sandalwood too is good for that at the crown. There's others too. I'm just trying to get us to do this within the time frame that we have available. So some keywords for this crown chakra: access to higher consciousness and the subconscious, your higher intuition, the part of you that is a miracle worker, and you are, the part of you that is like a magician, and then this is part of where you can connect and open to the divine and really tap in to God, Goddess, Creator, so that you know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it with ease and grace. Now, the final chapter in the book is about the quartz family and the full spectrum of light. And so throughout this chapter, I explain about various types of crystals. And you can see this long list of gemstones. They're all clear quartz, and they're different ways that they form. So in the beginning of that chapter, I talk about Marcel Vogel and Vogel cut crystals. So Marcel Vogel was a senior research scientist with IBM for over 27 years and was the person who developed things like liquid crystal display, magnetic disk drive, phosphorescent paint, and more. And he himself did a lot of work with how to cut crystals, quartz crystals, in a very specific way in order to transmit and transduce energy with our thoughts and our breath, and using telepathy, which is mind to mind and heart to heart communication. And so there are many facets on quartz crystals, and I have two pictured here. On the right, you see a tabular quartz, which is four of the sides and much wider than the other two. And then it's also a relationship crystal. See how there's two crystals growing together in alignment. And then on the left side is a channeling crystal, and that one has a seven-sided face and a three-sided face behind it. So I go into more detail, obviously, in the book and also in my book, The Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones, where you could look at the picture while you read about the actual book, that particular gemstone. All right, so you can see there's a long list there of crystals that are available to learn about and learn more in Chakra Awakening. For those of you that are watching this live, we're going to be making an announcement about a special sale. If you stay tuned for the Crystal Garden Facebook event, or if you receive our emails, you should have received that special offer. In the back of this particular book, Chakra Awakening, great reference charts. And it was very important for me to have reference charts because it makes it easier to look things up quickly and easily. So this is just the first 2 pages of the reference charts. So you know that the book also gives you that as a tool to learn about the chakras, to learn about the crystals, to learn about each one of the with essential oils, how to bring things into balance, and for different conditions which gemstones to use. That back of the book is really helpful. Well, I want to thank you so much for watching. That was the fastest I've ever talked in regard to the Chakra Awakening. It's my first child, and I'm so grateful that you spent some time with me tonight to listen a little bit about balancing your chakras and also about my book. I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you stay tuned, join us on the Crystal Garden Facebook page if you're not already there, and we will be having our Facebook Live event for Shop the Crystal Garden from home within the next couple of moments. Thank you so much for watching. Much love and many blessings. May your days be filled with blessings and love. May the angels light your path.